When Insomniac announced that they were releasing a Spider-Man game, I got very excited. And then I played it. So here's the review on that. But what inspired it was the fact that Spider-Man 2 is releasing on October 20th. So I've decided to step back and take a more in-depth look on Spider-Man from 2018. Now, first off, I absolutely love this game. It's full of character and content at every single corner. And trust me, I've checked. Now, the reason I was a little surprised Insomniac was doing it is because one of my other favorite series by them, which is the Infamous series, had a little bit of an issue with games that were supposed to give you a power trip. Supposed to make you feel omega powerful. And that was the fact that Infamous 1 had a very point-to-point gameplay loop, where only the story missions were actually any fun, and side missions and just little things to do felt more like chores than actual content for the games they were. But my fears were unfounded. Spider-Man 2018's side missions feel just as impactful and just as fun as the main story missions. At the very start of the game, they do a really good job of balancing the amount of power you have. That way, you don't have too much power and get overwhelmed, not knowing what to do, who to target, without making you feel too powerless, like you don't have a chance. Throughout the entire game, you will earn skill points by leveling up. You'll earn tokens by doing side missions, which can help you upgrade your can help you upgrade your suits, make traversal better, make you do more damage, take less damage, stuff like that. I do have a bit of a beef with the web slinger. A little bit more on that later. Now, I can't speak for the PS5 version, since I'm running the PS4 version. To be fair, I am running it on a PS5. It still looks amazing. I've had no issues getting immersed into the New York cityscape as I swung through buildings, stopped robbers, and pacified any villains who got in my way. Speaking of the villains, they were really satisfying to defeat, with not really gimmicks, but almost puzzles to defeating them. In a very similar way to Batman Arkham Knight, the punches felt like they actually landed, like they were doing actual damage. A lot of games get the combat wrong, games like Prototype 2, and I think Infamous 1 was also kind of bad about it, where punches kind of felt like they were landing against air. It didn't feel impactful. This game nailed it. Not to mention, parkouring from rooftop to rooftop also feels just as satisfying, especially with the point launch upgrade. You can basically turn Peter into a professional parkourist, which he already is, but you get my point. Now, speaking of point-to-point, this game helps out a little bit with that kind of issue that Infamous suffered from, by filling it with ambient sounds, such as radio chatter, conversations with the public, the ramblings of Jonah complaining about Spider-Man, and just general amazing sound design. Overall, I give Spider-Man a 10 out of 10, and that is mainly because Insomniac insisted on replayability with New Game Plus, over 100 side missions, and over 42 suits to unlock, which most have their own unique skills. It's a whale of a time. I only hope that Spider-Man 2 lives up to the hype, but knowing Insomniac, who always lives to improve, they'll go above and beyond. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and tell me in the comments how you feel about Spider-Man 2018. Until next time, be greater.
Good shot.